A lot better than what we were 30 days ago. Yo, great Friday, yo. Great Friday, great Friday. Great freaking Friday, yo. We alive. We alive. Thank you. We're thankful. We're healthy. We are filled. It's great. We got some great work done today. Yo, listen, I got the work I got done today made me feel so grateful. I even took a nap. Like, I was feeling so overfilled with like gratefulness and just grace that I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just take a nap. Like I'm gonna take a lovely, whatever it is, 30 minutes or an hour like gratitude nap. And I think I literally woke up like an hour later, a few minutes before, my eating time, which is like 5:22 usually, right? Like my birthday hour. Always look at that. Oh, I see that time a lot. And I woke up like around 5:21, and I was just like, huh. Okay, let's get up. Start doing something else. I posted some things today that, by the looks of it, I might start talking from like one of the last things that I posted and expand on them and go towards like one of the first things, because they kind of work in that order, right? One of the most recent things that I wrote earlier was that the cause of our anxiety is us not doing what we think we have no time to do, right? I was like, if you don't make time for peace, can you ever have any, right? That's a good question. If we don't make time for any peace, can we have any peace? If we don't make time for planning, will we ever have any sort of control of our life? Will we ever have any kind of, idea of destination that will propel us forward with, a sense of encouragement? Because what we are going for, lights us up with such passion that it allows us to persist and to persevere despite unexpected outcomes and struggles and tribulations. So if we don't make plan for the future, how can we have something that inspires us to live for something other than what we may be living in the now? And the same thing is for peace, right? For peace, for patience, for joy. If we don't plan for it, if we don't make time for it, can we ever enjoy any of it? Ask yourself this question next time you think that you don't have time for whatever it is that you are making excuses for not having the time to do. All right? While you burn time, and I was guilty of it, right? I was guilty of it. While we burn time rolling a blunt, while we burn time burning that blunt, while we burn time going out for unnecessary drinks, for, buying, eating out, scrolling through social media for what may seem like minutes, but it's actually hours on end throughout our day. We avoid doing the things that we say we have no time to do. And then we end up feeling ways that we do not want to feel, and that make us, behave as though we have no time. Impatiently, erratically, anxious, uneasy, may often lead us into stressful and depressive ways of living, because we refuse to use our time for things that are beneficial to us, because we fake ourselves into thinking and believing that we don't have time for that. Oh yeah, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to work out. I don't really have the time to eat healthy. I'm always in a rush. I'm always in a rush. I don't have enough time to work out. I'm always in a rush. I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time for gratitude. You don't have time for none of the things that will make your life mean something, that will bring your life the peace of mind that is necessary for you to actually be able to enjoy and appreciate the free times that you are able to have, but which you don't truly appreciate because you're not making time for peace. And so you're always anxious. So like a lot of dudes, how they have sex, they're just fucking to get a nut off. It's like they're using their woman's vagina to jack off. And I was guilty of that at some point. I wasn't even appreciating what I had. I was just taking advantage of the opportunity. Which leads us, to the second point, right? And this has been a reoccurring thought in my mind for like the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, right? And something that's most recently, right? And it's like I'm so committed to the life that I want to build for myself because of the impact that I crave with hunger to have on my life and on life in general. Then I've just been thinking like, I'm willing to sacrifice, the next 5, 10, or even 15 years without either sex or a woman in my life, right? Like I don't need a relationship to feel happy and to feel as though life has meaning. The way that I'm living, the things that I do make me feel like life every day has a meaning. You know what I'm saying? The opportunities that I take to go and build with my nieces, with my nephews, with my brother, with my brothers, with my sisters, with my friends, with people that, contact me and reach out to me through social media, through the multiple social media platforms, right? And how they relate that the impact that some of the things that I say or produce is having on them. That's to me, that's more that's more valuable than any pussy. Like I'm and that's that's kind of where a lot of us men need to get to if we truly want to attract into our life not just the women that we want, but the women that our visions also need. You get what I'm saying? If you are true to who you are as a man, if you are true to yourself, you will attract women you both want and women that you also need, as well as women that you deserve. Because you're not focusing so much on the physical that when something good arrives, or something that seems good arrives, you're able to analyze it and reasonably and logically, analyze it, properly, to where you don't waste or invest any more time than is needed. Whether it is an opportunity or what seems like an opportunity with a woman a business relationship, or any other kind of relationship that may come into the mix and midst of your goals, of your plans for your future. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to take advantage of any opportunity with any women that arises, right? If the opportunity presents itself, if I see a woman that is interested or that seems interested, hey, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm gonna take advantage of it. You know, I'm gonna make it apparent that I'm interested in the woman, but I'm not going to invest any more energy than is necessary. You get what I'm saying? Like, nothing is more important than what I want to do in my life and the impact that I want to leave with my life. So no amount of vagina is going to, circumvent my goals and my desires for what I want to do with my life. None. You get what I'm saying? I don't care how beautiful the woman is, how much money she may have, or the family that she comes from. As some modern women may think that we care as men. Like, for me personally, I don't give two rat's ass. I'm going to do what I want to do as a man. Like, nobody's going to dissuade me, misguide me, or misdirect me from where my vision is telling me to go, right? So that's one thing that, and I'm sharing that because there might be some guys out there that think that, oh, time may run out, like, you only live once, da 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 da. Yeah, like, okay, you only get one life to live, but you live it every day, man. You only die once, and what you leave behind is gonna be a direct result and reflection of the individual and the consciousness that you embodied, right? Like, you can live a worthless life and you die one day and you're forgotten that same day. Or you can live a meaningful life where you pass on at whatever age you pass on, and your memory, your energy, your consciousness continues to impact and influence many others long after your passing. So it's up to each and every one of us to pick and choose, through the liberty and dignity that has been given to us, to choose, right, what kind of life it is that we want to live. If we want to live, guided by immediate gratifications and pleasures, or if we want to live a life of self-mastery, of moderation, of self-control, and of discipline that allows others, a good example on how to do the same with their lives. We got to understand, as men, we mature a lot later, or not a lot later, but a few years later than women. Women seem to mature around 20, 24. We seem to mature physically a little later, right? 25, 26. Women, their sexual prime in the marketplace is between 18 and 28, right? Men, we don't start hitting our sexual prime in the marketplace long after our 30s, right? Like 36 to the 40s. We're hitting our prime in the sexual marketplace as it relates to the success that is necessary for us to attract the women that we want into our life. Because it's, as I've been learning by, diving into this manosphere, right, that I had no idea, I had no understanding, like, I didn't even know it existed, right? And it's simple, like, women are looked at as sex objects, and men are looked at and seen as success objects. If you can't provide any monetary means, if you don't have any status, if you don't have the height that they're looking for, you have no value, right? And men don't start hitting financial value long after, like, well into their late 20s and mid 30s. While these women are they're hitting their prime 18, 18 to 28. The 10 years that we ain't even looked at as shit, because most of the time we don't have anything to show for it. We don't have the success, we don't have the status, right? We don't have the security that they seek. they get to, you know, take advantage of that. So if you're within those ages, you know, if you are within that 10-year bracket, 18 through 28, 18 through 30, fam, I encourage you to take advantage of those 12 years and invest them in your physique and health-wise, physical-wise, right? And your body. Take care of God's temple, which is your body. God is you, living as you, right? Take care of that temple. Develop that intellect. Feed that mind so that you can develop the mindset and your soul, right? So that you can, through your development of your mindset and your body, you can develop the skill set so that you can recognize the opportunities. Express gratitude for every missed opportunity too. For everything that doesn't go your way, learn to be grateful for a lot of things. Learn to handle your emotions, to, you know, wisely direct your emotions, your energies in motion, by not letting yourself to be guided by feelings and not allowing you to simply do what you feel like doing and what you want to do, but rather what you need, what you must, what you should, what you have to do, what you can do given what you have. You know what I'm saying? What you can will yourself to do through the right use of your willpower, you know, by making the right choices with your life, with your times, with your focus, with your attention, with your energy, so that you can cultivate the consciousness that, you know, by the ages of 30, 36, and 40, you are a completely developed, conscious human being, a man, a conscious, full man, a master, a warrior, a lover, a magician that can manifest wonders from within his mind based on what he can mold in reality, and a king of your own kingdom. And you will long more likely become a king over your own kingdom, the kingdom of your mind, long before you become the magician. Because once you become that king, man, there ain't nothing stopping you from achieving and doing whatever it is that you want with your kingdom. Like, we got to understand, man, life ain't chess. It ain't simply chess, it's checkers, man. So you got to learn how to move. You know how to, we as men have to learn how to strategically move through this life if we truly, you know, expect to have the riches, the happiness, the joyfulness, the love that we seek to have in this life, man. Like, we're lovers, man. Like, you don't gotta be ashamed of loving or of being a lover, man. Like, you know, I used to say this thing when I was young, and I didn't believe it, right? I used to just think it was funny. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, man. And honestly, now I force myself to fight, right? And I'm keeping myself from love, but it's for a reason. Like, the things that I want in life are they're gonna be much more enjoyable once you have what you want, what you truly want out of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, comfort wise, once you have the things that will provide you the comforts to truly just do nothing when you don't want to do anything, it's gonna take you a lot of work. It's gonna take you a lot of, you know, right investment of your time. Plus, at the end of the day, yo, if you're like under 30, man, and you out here having sex, a lot of the time you're not even doing it right. You're probably going off of what you've seen on porn, man. All right? You're going off of what you've seen on porn. You don't even know what the Kama Sutra is. You don't know semen retention. You don't know sexual mastery. You don't know none of these things, man. Like, you don't know what it is to go multiple days having sex for hours on end at all hours of the day without ejaculation. Like, you don't really know how to enjoy yourself. You don't know how to truly have fun and how to appreciate a woman's body while you're inside her, instead of like just lusting over her and just seeking that pleasure of ejaculation, that pleasure of climax, not understanding that, bro, when you learn how to not nut, that's it. You've achieved, you know, like, final level on a video game. Like, that's it. Like your semen holds from 150 million to 250 million different possibilities. That's universes within you. That's creation. That's imagination. That's ideas. Those are purposes, meanings. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are books. Those are movies. Those are novels. Those are poems, essays, music, plays, like all sorts of things. New technology, new innovation, new architecture, art, history, maybe places that you want to go, people that you want to see, things that you want to do, experiences that you want to have. Like, that's all within your loins, man. As a man, like one nut is infinite in its possibilities and how it can help you. Like, NHL Chop, I don't freaking know, one of these young rappers, right? He was like, yo, one nut is like running 5 or 6 miles. That was one of the analogies that he said, and I can kind of see that, because it takes about 60 to 74 days for semen to mature. Like, I didn't know none of this stuff. I didn't know that the more porn we watch, the more our semen multiplies, and the more males that are in a pornographic scene, the more our semen multiplies. So when there is more males in a pornographic scenes, our semen multiplies exponentially. However, both with the more males that there are and the more pornography that we watch through while masturbating and in masturbation, the lower the quality of the sperm. And the more we masturbate over time, the less sperm, the less quality sperm we produce as male. And so it is with the food that we eat as well. The food also degenerates and denourishes the quality of the sperm that we as men produce. Like, you know, so the next, if you're within 18 and 20, the next 10 years, the next 15 years, you should be wisely investing those years. Not saying do not take do not take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves with any young lady, with any woman that, as interested in you and you are interested in her. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just don't waste your time seeking women. Don't waste your life force, your energy, your attention, your focus on vaginas when you can invest that energy, that time, that focus, that attention on your purpose, on your vision. At the end of the day, women don't chase men. Women chase money, power, and status. And most men always waste their money, their power, and their status seeking women rather than seeking to establish themselves as a man first, as a master of himself, as a teacher, as his lover, as his first companion, as his king, establishing his kingdom, his power, his money, his status, so that he can have something to welcome the women that are already seeking those things, or seeking to help him greater expand on those things. Women are like money. Women amplify what you are. If you ain't a shit ass dude, a woman in your life is just gonna amplify that you ain't shit. If you don't know how to value yourself, how to respect yourself, a woman is just going to amplify how much of a wuss you are as a man. You get what I'm saying? They're going to take advantage of you, and you're going to be shamed by other men for how you are being allowed to be taken advantage of by these females. Now, if you are a great man and you're able to attract even a mediocre but beautiful woman, she's going to increase your status. She's going to amplify it. And if she is loyal, if she is faithful, she's going to even more amplify and increase your status, because there's nothing more valuable than a woman that you can actually trust, because there are very few and in between of those. You get what I'm saying? Where's that good book at? In Proverbs 31st, Proverbs 31 says, right? I want to get it exactly as it is said, right? And this was Proverbs is the book of wisdom, of knowledge and understanding, written by King Solomon. According to the Bible, the richest man that ever lived. The guy had over, I don't know if it was 500 or 700 wives and like 300 concubines. He had wives from every kingdom in the world, and he had no marital disharmony, right? Where is it? And it's like, who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her, and he will lack no gain. The man who finds a virtuous wife, man, will never lack in any gain, because she will never embarrass that man, and she will never bring shame upon that man. Something that a lot of modern day women are bringing a lot of men today. Shame, broken hearts, you know what I'm saying? Depression, self-deletion. So, if you're going to do anything with your time, man, invest it in yourself. Like I said, if a nice young lady comes along and you can take it, appreciate it. I'm not going to say just take advantage of the opportunity. Appreciate the opportunity. Express great gratitude and thankfulness from the core of your being. Especially during the act. Never seek climax, but rather express great gratitude for the opportunity that you are fortunate to receive from that woman, for that moment. You get what I'm saying? For her consideration of you. Appreciate that, man. It is clear that, women choose who they have sex with. We get, who women choose who they have sex with. We, it's whoever we get the opportunity to have sex with. Right? They have that liberty. They choose who they give it to. We choose who gets a relationship. It's as simple as that. Just because you accept, the blessing and consideration of a woman for the sexual act doesn't mean that you have to doesn't mean you are responsible for giving her a relationship. It's as simple as that. Women, they hold the power to sex. We hold the power to relationships. They hold power over who gets born. We hold power over who receives protection. You know what I'm saying? Who receives protection, who gets a relationship, who gets to not die alone. Because at the end of the day, we men don't, like, once you know thyself, once you know who you are, once you recognize who you are as a man, you're comfortable. You're comfortable being alone, and you're comfortable doing nothing. Like, that's the beauty about being a man. Like, The things that we seek out in life is so that we don't have to do anything. You know, we become wealthy, we seek wealth so that we can live comfortable doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? We are satisfied. We are literally, 99 or 95% of male that learn to become a man, or that understand the concept of what a man is, are comfortable doing nothing. It's only that other, that never truly grow up, that always remain these childish, less than men, right? That are always seeking distractions. But a man is comfortable doing nothing. That's why we work so hard to achieve the success that we seek in life, so that we don't have to do anything when we choose to not do anything. So that we can retire whenever it is that we feel or think that we are ready to retire from whatever career or job we have chosen to do for somebody else or for ourselves, and go and do our work in some other fashion that we want to. Because as a man, you'll never retire. As a man, your retirement, what I've understood, right? Our retirement as men in life is death. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Is death. Like, whether our work is going to be traveling the world, writing, creating, whatever it is, making things, hard labor, whatever that work is, we don't die until we're done with that work, right? And once you feel and think and believe that you are done with your work, that is when you'll pass on. Till that day, you're just going to continue to wander through life, figuring out what your purpose is. Or you'll become somebody else's tool for their purpose. And somebody else will mine your mind out of all of its value. And you won't get recompensed the full value of your worth, or at least of what you think you are worth. So it all starts with self. And sexual mastery is one of those things. Mind your mind, meaning mind your thoughts, mind your actions, and everything else will follow, right? For most men, the more we entertain women, the more lost we become. It's as simple as that. The more we entertain sexual thoughts, the more lost we become in lust, right? The more lustful we become, and the less power we have over ourselves and over our lives. The more we ejaculate, the more we want to ejaculate. So the more we release ourselves, the more we want to release ourselves, and the more free from those releases we are. The less free, the less free we are from them, because we'll just continue to want to bask in them, right? Our semen is our life force. It is the life force of our body and of our soul. It is white. It is white. Like, we bleed red. Everything is, it is one of the most pure things that our body releases. Like, not even our urine is white. This thing is clear, like water. It is white, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like milk. It seems more pure than that, right? And this is something that it holds it is the seed of life, right? This is our life force, and the more we spill it, the more we release this essence, the weaker we feel, the less purposeful we feel, the less driven we feel, the less confident we feel. It is all reflected in our being. The more we release of this, essence of life that us men have been, gifted the responsibility of caring for, of nurturing, and of sustaining, the more we release it, the less meaning life seems to have. Now, some of y'all are like, oh, damn, bro, you going too deep on this. Like, nah, bro, think about it. You having sex with a woman that you found really attractive, as soon as you nut, you're like, you kind of lose a little bit of attraction for that woman. The passion, the burning desire, the passion that you had for her initially is not the same. Even if the lust increases, the passion, the desire, the dreaming, the fairy tale like drive for her is not the same. The lust may increase, but the love is not the same. And the more we actually cultivate this energy, the more we wisely seek to direct this energy back into our body, the more we work on transmuting this energy, right? The more purposeful we become, the more attentive, the more graceful, the more confident, the more energy and drive and endurance and power and tenacity that we gain as a man, the more meaning our days seem to have. And even sex in itself becomes more meaningful, because it's not just a wasteful act of release from this, what seems like an unquenchable hunger. It becomes more of a pleasing act of cultivating circumstances and experiences for which to feel grateful for. Like, that's one thing that I've learned from practicing, semen retention, while also practicing sex and taking advantage of the opportunities with the wonderful women that life has been, so graceful with providing me the opportunity to experience over the last 4 years since beginning, or 5 years since beginning to learn about semen retention, sexual transmutation, you know what I'm saying, sexual energy. And this is just me like combining all these things, right? Combining sexual energy and transmutation and semen retention, along with the Kama Sutra and with gratitude, to be able to come up with this, this whole philosophy on how. And it's awesome, right? It's amazing for me, and I know that for them as well. And it also, and it can only be possible through control, right? Through self-control, through self-mastery as a man, through moderation, and not allowing the lust of the lust to contaminate our imagination to the point where we lose sight of what it is that we truly want with our life, even during the sexual act. The sexual act in itself can also be used as a vehicle for transmuting energy, for transmuting your desires through that woman. If you are able to continue to work with that woman, or to even expand on your vision through that woman for yourself, by also appreciating her for the opportunity to allow you the chance to be able to do these things. But as we said in the beginning, any and all of these things are possible only when you do the things that you don't think you have the time to do, instead of wasting your time doing the things that you only feel like doing and which you want to do. So you're going to have to choose what is more important. What you want or what you feel like doing. Is what you feel like doing more important than what you want, and so that's what's going to get done, that's what must get done because you just feel like doing that? Or is what you need to do for what you want what will get done because it's what it should get done and what must get done, and so that's what you're going to make yourself do, so that you can be able to create the experiences that will bring you the fulfillment that you seek at the end of your days, so that at that last breath you can actually feel like your life had a sense of meaning, and so you die with no regrets, just pure fulfillment and joy in the end. It's all up to us. We have all been given the liberty and dignity of choice. Choice, our ability to choose, being the most spiritual act that we can take as conscious beings, us humans. And so what we choose to do with our will and with the opportunities granted to us by life is what will become of our life. And nobody else is held accountable for it but us. God ain't to blame, and neither is the devil. It's all us. And that's been our 2 cents for the night. May what has been said in this video be of value. May it be useful. May it provide you the clarity that you have been seeking, so that you can take advantage of the opportunities that already lay hidden in your life. Because you might already have the mindset and the skill set, you just might need the clarity. Might be the last key that your mindset is missing to put that skill set into use. But hey, check it. Other than that, it's been a great evening. And yeah, leave your feedback, your appreciation, your gratitude, whatever it is, your likes. Share it with somebody that might need to hear this message. Like I said, all of this will go onto the tube. Go subscribe, go like, click that notification bell, as they say. And yeah, on to the next one. You have a great evening and an even greater Saturn's Day, the Sabbath day, right? And an even greater week ahead. And an even greater and more amazing 2022 and decade. One love.